how is everyone doing today? Good morning. I hope everyone has their morning beverage of choice if it is morning for you. I have a lovely cold brew coffee in this mug. And if it's not morning for you, I hope you have your favorite evening beverage of choice. Let us know what it is in chat. Thanks everyone so much for being here. As always, this is a charity Twitch channel. Unfortunately, YouTube, you guys are not able to affect the stream because I'm not monetized over there, and I haven't figured out what that would be, even if I was yet. But if you are on our Twitch chat, you can affect our games with your bits and your subs. As always, that money goes to the trevorproject.org. They provide crisis and counseling support to the LGBTQIA plus youth community. Yeah, they do a lot of great work in the community, and we love them here. And if you don't have the means to affect our game financially, we totally get that. We understand. We are happy just to have you here hanging out with us in chat. We always love getting to know new faces and getting your opinions on what we do in game. So just sit back, relax, accrue those channel points, and you can use those to affect our channel game as well. All of the information about that is on your screen, rolling through the slides, as well as the About Me section down below. And with that, I'm gonna go ahead and hand it over to Satan.
Hi, everyone. My name is Satan. I go by she, they pronouns, and I'll be your DM for the day, where I take you and my lovely party of players through our amazing homebrew world. Before we get started, we will do a little bit of intros, a recap, and then we'll get into it. So I already told you who I am. I'm going to be playing everything else in this world, even the trees. Why not? But let's start with RJ. Who are you and who are you playing?
Hey everybody, my name is RJ and my favorite beverage are these drinks of waters on screen. Today I'm playing Roland Grandbrook and we both go by he, him. He is a sorcerer cleric.
Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen and I go by she, her. I'll be playing Anthony. It goes by he, him, and he is a artificer barbarian.
And last but not least, the lovely producer, Sarah.
Hey y'all, I am Sarah. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing Lucy, our changeling wizard warlock, who primarily uses she, her pronouns, but will change them based on which face she is using at the time.
Well, with that, we'll give a little recap of what happened last time. You were trying to figure out what this mysterious man in the green scarf was doing with his apparent group party. You had heard that this man had seen that he had attacked some goblins on the road, one of them almost dying. A Mayan, yes. But after a while, you all figured out that it wasn't on purpose. There was something else, maybe something a bit more sinister going on. You, through stealth, question mark, you figured out that this group of people were sent by the foreman to almost audit and check out this area of land that had a forest near the base of the mountains. Turns out there was something else there, something not many people know about. There was this strange living fungus or moss on this tree that one of them, this man in the green scarf, which I believe is named Jackson, had touched, and they seemed to go on a little bit of a mad rampage for a while, which is where our hurt goblins came from. But he was back to himself. You treated him, you helped him out, put him in quarantine. That got a little bit more close to reality than I was expecting, but you did. You left Dr. Strutt there and Rem to help the people of the town and make sure nobody else is infected. But you don't know what's going to happen after that, as your party decided that the town was in capable hands and you needed to continue on your journey, your task to find Everett, the son of Vi, a drow bard. Very fancy, has her own casino, has connections to the underworld. You're helping her find her son who was taken from his home in Honarius, where he was studying botany, by none other than Gregory, or at least his people. So, you made your way, and you are now on your way. Well, actually, you made your way. You're now waiting for the ferry that should take you downstream. There's a little area that's set up with like a little bridge where you can get on to get the boat. There's a few other people waiting there for you, with you. But right now you are waiting for this ferry to come by. There's the beautiful sound of rushing water, as there is a waterfall not too far off where this river stems from. What are you doing?
So, Lucy, Rylan has a Revivify scroll I made for him. I'll make you one too later tonight.
All right.
Leans around. I also can cast Revivify as a spell. It is part of my repertoire.
Why do I need one?
In case either Anthony and I go down, like...
If either of you go down and you think I'm going to make it long enough to cast a revivify spell.
You do have the boots of teleportation. You can probably grab our bodies and bamf out.
And Freya and Soon have instructions to protect you should that happen.
I also have some healing magic. Jax's. Just
Right.
something you'll know.
Well, thanks, I guess.
Better to
Yes.
have it and not use it than not have it at all.
Not as elegant as Tessie's, but it's something. Both girls are not exactly my forte. I'm not a wizard in that sense.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, neither am I.
Yes. That's okay.
Are we planning on dying? You see Mishka kind of like pop up. To those who have joined us, Mishka is a new NPC that is accompanying our party in the rescue of Everett, her best friend. She's also a poisoner, so that's fun.
Every day.
Every day.
Honestly, I'm surprised I've made it this long, so.
I made it 4 to 6 years.
That is rather impressive for you.
Mm-hmm. New me, new body.
Haven't died yet, so...
I died once.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I died once.
Explain.
I was alive 1 second, then I wasn't. Then I was alive again.
Yes. How did you get to that point?
I died?
What killed you?
Oh. She like looks to you like, should I tell them? I got stabbed
Oh,
in the gut. But I'm fine now, clearly.
She got better.
I got better.
honestly, I thought you just poisoned yourself.
No, why would I do that?
I don't know. Accidental poisoning is a thing.
Well, yeah, but like I'm super careful.
Hmm.
Like I wouldn't like ingest any poison that I wouldn't have the antidote for. I mean, I
Alcohol for
do
poison?
ingest them, I will say, because you need to know very well what the effects of this poison are, but I do have an antidote on hand. I've gone through a lot of painful experiences by choice.
Somehow I'm morally more ethical than you in this situation.
How is it not moral to know exactly what your abilities can do. You should know firsthand what it is that you're dishing out to be more effective.
I do, but I don't test it on myself.
Oh, yeah, I'll just test it on somebody else. No.
I mean, there's plants.
To be fair, you did test on yourself.
Well, that was one instance. Or
Plants don't have the same anatomy as humans, clearly.
Hot
And
meat
other-
kettle. When is the
anything
ship
can
getting here?
kill. Oh, I don't know. There's a schedule. There's a little board with a schedule.
That's the schedule. This stuff has so many organizations.
Yeah. It says it'll be here in the next 5 minutes.
Great.
But anyway, plants don't react the same way as humanoids do to poisons. And now I know what to do if I want someone to die quickly and painlessly, or if I want someone to die not quickly and very painfully.
Oh, river crossing, huh?
Right.
There's
Never
like
been more
curious-
fun.
There's curious stares from the people around you.
Yeah, Rollins trying to just direct this conversation away from it, like we are bothering everyone else. Come on.
Fine.
So airplane food, what's the deal with that?
Am
Wait
I
a minute,
right,
that's my
ladies?
fucking joke. Well, technically it's Seinfeld's, but
The awkward 5-minute pass, and you see that there's a very like nicely built ferry that comes up the river and drops anchor right where the little bridge is, walkway. And there's a few moments while it gets ready, and then there's someone that was on your side that gets everything set up, everything open, and it takes a few minutes, but eventually some people get out and then they start ushering everybody in. It is not a big ferry, but it's spacious enough for there's you and maybe like 5 other people, so 10 in total. You're able to get on. It's really clean, it's really nice. People use it often, so they upkeep it. Nothing too fancy, but well taken care of. It's one of those boats where you have space to walk around like outside, but it has a rail. Think old steamboat type of ferry. But there is a woman with a those like almost cheerleaders type megaphones where it's not really electrical. It's just a boom out her cone to boom out her voice. And she's giving instructions and says, "Please keep your hands and any limbs inside the ferry at all times. Please do not delay the trip by falling into the water because we will have to stop and save you. And I can assure you that not everything in the river is friendly."
can the captain be a long tooth shifter who can turn into a mouse
Yes.
named Willie?
Yeah. Our captain for the day will be Willie. They will be taking care of you. If you have any questions, please come to myself and any other workers in the ferry. It is not a long trip, so we do not have food to provide you, so make sure you bring your own food. We will be we'll be racing anchors in about 5 minutes, so please keep still, sit down, and enjoy the ride. Have a good day. She's just walking around giving these instructions, like she has given these instructions for the past few years of her life. But people understand. There's areas to sit outside, and there's like a inner like almost like dining room that has windows and everything. But people sit down and they start chatting and just relaxing. And after the 5 minutes, you are able to go down the stream. You're being taken. Mishka is very excited. She hasn't been on a boat like this before, she says, and she's almost over the railing looking at the river and what's in it.
I
Well-
pull her back from her by her collar a few times.
Hey,
Unless you
grown
want to,
woman.
yeah, then you are going to fall.
I'm not gonna fall.
Hmm.
I'm using my tail for balance. See?
Pulls her back again. Yep.
Listen, just because you don't have a tail and don't know how it works doesn't mean what I'm saying is not true.
I don't doubt you know how to use your tail. I doubt the strength of your tail.
I said balance,
Mm-hmm.
not like
And
I'm not gonna use it to. Anyway, I'm leaving. I'm gonna go over with Rollin. He's much funner to be around than you.
Marlon will push you in. I will save your life.
Sure.
Rollin looks over. I'm
yes,
sorry.
the doctor's gonna push me into the river.
Yes, the doctor's going to endanger a life against his oath. I see how it is, Anthony. Takes out a paper bird. To Feanor, by the way, if anything happens to Anthony, he deserved it.
You know, you could just send him a message and send
Oh
it
yeah,
to
true.
The paper
Anthony
bird
will
is more
follow up.
funny.
That is
You will
true.
follow up with, it's true. I deserve this.
But
I have
if-
no doubt that you deserve everything you have coming to you.
if Ron's using the paper bird, it's gonna get there more delayed than Anthony's sending. So Anthony's sending goes off. It's like, it's true. Whatever I do is I deserve it. And then Ron's paper bird lands.
So while you're on this boat, what are you doing? Are you just enjoying the ride? It will take a bit. The next stop is far water. So it'll take maybe the better part of a day, maybe half a day, since you are traveling faster with the ferry. 'Cause it's going with the river. So what are you guys doing when you're on the ferry? Just enjoying the ride.
Pulling out his loot and strumming for everyone's benefit.
I think Anthony will find a nice recliner seat or seat that he could just kind of cozy down into, get his little robots out, and just nap with the three of them across his chest.
Lucy's gonna take a seat between Jack and Rollin and just lean back, close her eyes, and sing along with whatever Rollin's playing. Can't carry a tune in a bucket, but she's having a good time.
Oh, I learned this one from Sea Elf. Somebody come get her. She's dancing like a stripper. Hey.
Somebody retrieve her. She's performing like a harlot. But as you're relaxing, you notice the people on board. They're of different backgrounds. Some are clearly quite more lavish backgrounds. Others not so much. The ferry itself is not too expensive. For one way, it's 1 gold. But you clearly see there are people there who not so much of the fancy walks of life. I would say, Anthony, with your passive perception, you notice a younger woman, blonde, like a strawberry blonde. She has pale skin and dark brown eyes. And she's just sitting by herself looking around, almost trying to tell her stomach not to grumble.
I think after a minute, yeah. I think after a minute, it kind of moves soon Freya and Charlotte off and hands this woman some rations before settling back down.
Oh, sir, you don't have to. It's fine. Thank you, though. Here, you can have them back.
That's fine. I'll have more.
Thank you. It's a little embarrassing for me. I appreciate it. My name is Sonia. It's thank you.
No problem. Kind of tap soon and send him to Lucy as I keep talking. Soon arrives to Lucy and describes this woman in various voices and harmonies. It's very disjointed.
Lucy scoops him up. Are you becoming a little eavesdropper now?
He
Sit down,
quirks
be
his
quiet.
head and says, "But he sent me," and scuttles back away.
Looks over at Anthony.
Anthony's just like,
Okay.
and screams up the top of the ship.
Lucy closes her eyes, leans back again, and just continues singing to Rollins' music.
The woman that gave you all the instruction grabs soon rather quickly with impressive reflexes and just hands them to you and says, "Please keep your pets, constructions, or whatever this is near you. You're disturbing the other guests."
Sorry, he likes to scream.
Well, tell him not to.
He's a teenager.
Yeah, well, if you keep disturbing the other guests, we will have to stop at whatever location is on the way and drop y'all off.
Okie dokie. Tucks
Okay.
soon into a pouch.
Fate screaming. Ah! The woman that you, Sonia, the woman that you gave rations to, is just kind of looking at everything. She's trying to almost pull you could see a well-worn shawl over her, and she's just eating some of the rations. Okay.
He's harmless, really.
I'll take your word for it. I've never seen such a thing, so.
They're quite intelligent, and he's one of the best.
Best of what?
Constructs. That's not an accurate description, but that's the best I have.
Oh. I've never really seen a construct before. We don't have those kind of fancy machineries back home.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from, there's a village, about a few days off of Oakhart, up north.
It's lovely, I assume.
It's nice. I mean, we do lumber mostly, but not the biggest city that does it. Keeps us running.
He nods and thinks for a moment. I'm a merchant in the Underdarks. So this is a nice holiday.
Oh. Make a deception check.
Ooh, 18.
Oh, I've never been to the Underdark. I mean, I've heard some stories about creepy crawlers down there, but never anything big, you know?
It's not bad.
Yeah, that's what I thought until I was told of, you know, the holders down there.
They like their space.
I'm so sorry, what's your name, sir? I'd rather address you by your name than just be calling you sir, if that's alright.
Oh, it's fine. Dintier extends his hand.
It's nice to meet you, Dintier. I hope you and your friends have a lovely ride.
Thank you.
Thank you. And thanks again for the food. If y'all ever want a good conversation, I'll be around.
He smiles and gets up. Enjoy your rations. I'm gonna go see what the singing is all about.
All right, bye.
It's
Big
Lucy.
friendly smile.
Yeah. That Lucy listens for a bit.
When I was a young bard, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. He said, son, when you grow up, would you be the savior of the townsfolk and people across the land?
And she's like, I love this song. It's so good.
Wait, hold on, do I? Hold on. It's like... no, that's not it. This is weird.
You got this.
I have not done this in a while, excuse me.
I give you DM inspiration for singing that song to us.
Click.
Spend your day. People come and gather and look at you, Rollin, as you play, to give you their compliments. You see, you Anthony, the familiar face of Sonia. She kind of is peeking around the corner, leaning against it, just looking at the Rollin playing with a smile on her face. But she just quickly starts walking around, looking down to the river. At some point, her and Mishka have a talk as they see something weird. Mishka seems excited. Sonia seems a little horrified.
But Mishka, have you actually seen My Alchemical Romance in concert?
Well, yeah, I have multiple times.
They were supposed to. I bought tickets once, but then there was that pandemic, and then it was just.
Listen,
so disappointing.
I know a guy who can get us tickets to the next tour. I will invite you.
Hell yeah.
My Alchemical Romance is just such a good band.
I'm also a fan of Blink Dog 182 and Mithril Maidens.
I really like Mithrolica, I will say.
Mithrolica's really good too.
I hate you both.
Try out Aviation of a Down.
Aviation of a Down is good too.
I'm more of a Britney Spearing type of gal. Thanks.
Oh, you know, she's got a few like really good bops, I will say.
Mhm.
Wasn't she back on tour a few years ago?
I think so.
Maybe like last year.
Bards, it's so hard to keep track of what they're doing.
Yeah, I personally also really like Panic at the Tavern. It's pretty good.
I think my nephew, not Jack, the younger one, likes that one.
They're quite good.
So, how much longer do we have on this trip? I'm ready to get off.
And that Sonia, who's been kind of like at the edge since she was talking to Mishka, now everybody's like, I think this might be only an hour left. Sorry, hi. I didn't mean to eavesdrop, I was just here.
Oh, you're fine, dear. Lucy's just sitting there with Peanut, blinking back and forth between her and Jack, playing fetch.
That's a mighty cute dog you got there.
Thank you. This is his first big trip. He's done quite well so far.
Well, that's really good. You guys talk amongst yourself, but there's a spider on my wall, and I don't know what it is.
That's fair.
I'll be right back.
Lucy's just sitting there. Peanut has his matching armor to her armor on, but there's also a little bow tie on the front.
I'm back. I killed it. I don't know what kind of spider it was, but it's a dead spider now.
I was just describing Peanut's outfit of the day.
Okay.
Hey, Lucy, have you ever thought about commissioning someone to make Peanut some clothing out of glam weave?
No, but I could.
If only you knew a weaver or a merchant. Or
Yeah, if only we knew someone like that.
Oh, I
somebody who could
do.
knit.
They're wonderful, actually. The gentleman that I met when I went shopping with you, Rollin. Drider?
Oh, yes, yeah.
I'm sure they do a
Amazing.
fantastic job. I adored Peanut.
I tried it back home.
Yeah, Charlotte.
No, there's a Sybil.
All right.
Charlotte, it's my Rimmeraz, points to the construct that's running around with Peanut.
Jesus.
You have a lot of those, it seems.
They multiply, and I don't know why.
Y'all are a very particular group.
We're adventurers.
I've seen quite a few of them in my town. Sometimes they'll pass through town. Not too many. We're not like really a big town or anything, but sometimes.
The Oakart, right?
Well, it's off Okar. It's called fuck, what's the name? Let me put it up. Where is it? The word is completely out of my fucking head.
Is it
Arcton?
No, because it's not on the
Oh,
map.
okay.
Insert town name here.
Insert town name here. 1 second. I know I wrote it down. It's just it's a small town called Redwood.
Oh yeah, I've heard of
Because
it.
of the redwoods around. It wasn't really that creative, but it's, you know.
I mean, I'm from Hazelbridge, and we have plenty of those.
I guess that's true. I guess many of these people weren't really too creative in the naming process. Yeah.
Don't really...
you named all of these towns.
I know. I know who named these. Leave me alone.
See, there are people who name towns with very simple names, and then they also do ridiculously long names with way too many syllables that are nearly impossible to remember how to pronounce.
Like Octomukti and Balakulish?
Yes.
Yep.
Whoever named those was attacking me personally, I think. I don't know who it is, but I think it was a personal attack.
There are some towns on another continent that have like 17 consonants, 13 vowels, and you only pronounce 3 of them. Look at you French people.
It's almost like when authors name a character, and then they have something very similar to that character's name possess that character. And then you can never remember which is which, the character or the possessee.
Author's a dick.
Yes,
Mhm.
I agree.
Wow, these are very specific types of situations, ma'am.
I don't know, I feel like they're pretty universal.
I'm not to guru, but I don't think your experiences are universal. At least to me. Maybe you just lived a very bit different life.
Well, in the Underdarks, we don't harvest trees. We harvest mushrooms and stone and stuff like that.
Well, that makes sense. Unless you had like a very special type of like Underdark tree.
In the cities, possibly.
Y'all are very interesting people, I will say. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
It
Me
is
too.
great to meet you. Again.
Again, yeah. My name's Sonia. She says to the people who she hasn't introduced herself. I'm sorry, Miss, may I pet your dog? He's quite adorable, but I don't know if he's like in training service dog, and I want to make sure.
Oh no, you're welcome to pet him. Peanut,
Alright.
go say hi. And Lucy will give him like a little hand command, and he
Yeah.
blinks up to her like arm level. Here, catch.
She catches him. Oh, hello, hi.
And just
Oh, they're adorable.
the butt is just wiggling faster than the tail can wag.
They just kind of They just start like, oh my god, this is such a cute dog.
The joy of a Cavalier King Charles
Yeah.
Spaniel.
But y'all can spend the next hour talking if you wish, getting to know Sonia. She already told you where she's from. She's just traveling to kind of look for work. That's more her speed. But she's soon running out of finances to travel. But she says she'll just pick up something in Firewater, and if it's not her type of deal, she'll just make some money and move on.
What are you in the business of?
Well, I believe it or not, my daddy taught me really well how to do more intricate blacksmith work. Like I would do all the nails and all the decoration and on like the handles and stuff. But this is kind of went under when daddy died. Um, I couldn't really do the big stuff myself, so I'm just kind of looking around.
Well, if you need a smithing job, there are positions, I'm sure, across the water. I would welcome you.
Well, I'm sure that I don't really have the funds to go to college, the other continent, and I'm just, most people already have an in-house like detailer.
You think Titus is looking for anyone?
It's the lords and ladies of Bloomberry probably would be looking for one.
Oh, you, that's really kind of you. I don't know if I'm up to, the workmanship to serve lords and ladies. I don't even think I've ever talked to a lord or lady.
They're real dicks.
Maybe I don't want to work for them.
Titus sneezes somewhere off in the distance.
But you're all very kind. Don't worry. I'm sure I'll find something. If not, I'll just get a job at a local tavern, make some money, and decide where I go from there. It's fine.
Well, if it doesn't work out, look us up in Hazelbridge.
Do you have a place in Hazelbridge?
We do. Just ask for us at the court entrance.
Oh, you guys might be, I guess y'all are mighty fancy folk, huh?
Lucy hands her card. I am the Lady of Twilight's Warlock.
Oh! I'm so sorry, miss. I should have probably introduced myself sooner and in a more respectable manner. She kind of gives a bow of her head. I'm so sorry.
What are you doing? Stop that. No.
I don't know.
No.
I feel like that's okay.
Unnecessary. I'm not that kind of member of the court, dear.
Oh. Okay.
But if you do
Thank
ever need
you.
help finding work, we all have a lot of contacts around town. You can show that to anyone at the entrance, and they'll get me in touch with you. I travel a lot, but I go home from time to time.
Well, thank you. I'll see if I can find anything here in Farwater. If not, I'll be off to Hazelbridge in a few days then.
All
Very
right.
kind, all of you.
We do our best.
Lucy, you get a potion of healing from Spinner 77.
Thank you. Oh, put that on my reward sheet.
Because Lord knows I'm probably gonna need it at some point today.
Mm-hmm. You spend your time talking to Sonia. She's very thankful for the help that you've given, but eventually you do make your way to Farwater. It's towards the nighttime now. It's quite pretty. You can kind of see fireflies gliding over the water at points. But you make it to another docking station over in Farwater, and you see the name Farwater Docks on a sign as you go in, and the same woman that gave the instructions is giving instructions to wait, as they'll be docking soon. They're already landed anchor. They just got to make sure everything's all right. and they will let you know when you can get off the boat. But they seem to be speedy workers, as in a matter of maybe 5-10 minutes, the door is opening and you are free to walk into far water. Sonia gives you all a wave as she walks off first and gives you her thanks. The rest of the people leave as well, and you're free to join the town.
Anthony's catching fireflies and presenting them to Soon, and then puts one on Ryland's forehead.
All right. Hood goes
Why?
up. Lucy's face changes again. Where to?
Well, if that lady that you talked to said anything, correct, did she say in Farwater or around Farwater? I know there's a few little smaller cities or well, towns around Farwater.
I can't remember. Player me can't remember.
Farwater.
Around Farwater.
Okay.
So would Lucy have inferred that they weren't actually in Farwater? They would have been outside it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was so many weeks ago.
It's fine. I totally get it. It's fine.
It's okay. My notes live rent free up here.
We love you for that.
Um,
Mine go in one ear and out the other, and suddenly I'm thinking about puppies or food or
that's
squirrels.
fair.
Of course.
That is fair. So it is getting towards the end of the day. So what would you like to do in Farwater? What is your first step?
Find a place to stay for the night.
Yeah. Did your contact at the college tell you what these folk look like, or are we just asking around?
I don't think Moira knew.
All right. We could give a general description of Everett and see if anyone's seen him.
Sounds good. If you can disguise yourself when talking to people, I'd suggest doing so and doing it outside of where we're staying for the night.
You got it.
Mm-hmm.
Lucy flips her hair underneath her hood and looks at Jack. Who should I be tonight?
Oh, shit. I don't personally know like your aliases.
Well, I'm having a bit of writer's block, so you're going to have to help me a bit.
Okay. Tiefling.
All right. What kind of horns?
Those cute curly ones.
Cute ram horns, yeah.
Yeah.
Big curly hair.
Okay.
Red curly hair. And pale skin with lots of freckles.
All right. How's this? And Lucy will take down the hood. Did I do
Oh,
well?
that's perfect. Yeah.
Excellent.
Mishka's like, oh my god, you're a tiefling like me now. Ha, ha. She's very happy.
Mishka, would you like to
Pauses
name
and
me, dear?
thinks.
What did you say about Anthony?
He pauses and thinks, and then looks to Jax. You just described Amelia,
Who?
the baker in Moonberry.
I did not.
You did.
No, Amelia has blonde hair.
No, you're
And
thinking
she
of her
has
partner.
no. You're the one who hasn't been there in a while, okay, Uncle?
Is this someone that Jack has a crush on?
No,
He did.
because
Pulls out a pocket
no.
mirror, starts looking and inspecting.
Listen, that would be very weird. I do not want you to look like other people that I know.
Oh, I take on the faces of other people that we know all the time, though.
Yes, but I wouldn't do that.
Listen, Jack, we're not judging you on what you like.
This is. Oh God.
We're not here to kink shame.
I am not. It would be so weird if I made my partner look like somebody else I knew. You do realize that Uncle is just being a dick right now, right?
You do realize that we're all pulling your leg a little bit right now, do you, dear?
I don't think he does.
I don't think he
do,
does
I just
either.
can't. I'm gonna go for a walk.
Okay, take Peanut with you.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some plastic baggies.
I'm already prepared for that. Thank you. I'm a very good dog father. Takes Peanut.
You know, if I had a son, I hope it would be like Jack.
Well, I mean, you did practically raise him.
I did.
So, what kind of place are we looking to stay in tonight?
Ooh, should we do something like really fancy and pretend to be really fancy people? Or
I was gonna go to a dive bar and disguise myself.
okay. Dive bars are pretty cool. I will say that's where the most fun is at.
Right, so divide and conquer.
Divide and conquer.
Okay.
I'll go after Jack and we'll get the room. How many rooms? 2? 3?
3.
3.
Can I get a
Alrighty.
room all by myself now?
If you want.
Oh. I don't care. I don't know why I give all my tiefling southern accent. That's not her accent. It's hard for me to break out of it because I gave Sonia one. Well, I can really just sleep everywhere. I'm a college student. I can sleep in any chair, any sofa, any floor that you give me.
What happened to escapism?
Right. We'll get you your own room tonight.
Okay.
Starts walking after Jack. I don't understand anything that just came out of that tiny person's mouth. I have no context for this. Panic and Lucy.
Rollins gonna go find a dive bar.
Okay.
Time
I'm gonna
to
go
do some
with
sketchy
Rollin.
shit. Do-da.
Anthony will go after the other two. Once they're kind of at the edge, like approaching town with more people, he'll pull up his hood like he's seen Lucy do and pull it back, and he's a air genasi with curly silver hair and
Mm-hmm.
bright blue eyes and kind of green gray skin.
Mm-hmm. 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 I like it. So first, let's start off with the big three. Where are you going? You just looking around town, see if you can find anything.
I think we're looking for a dive bar, something that we could.
Rollins looking for a dive bar.
Yeah, I went with Rylan.
Oh, you went with okay. You went with Rollin. Okay. So Rollin, you can go ahead and roll me a perception check with advantage since you have 2 other people with you.
Gonna take you to a gay bar.
Could also be a gay bar.
17. I got double sevens.
Lucy will be
Nice.
so sad if she doesn't get to go to the gay bar.
You you find one. You'd have to go more through the side streets and alleyways. It's not on the main thoroughfare, but you do eventually find one, which looks pretty clean for a dive bar, but you can tell it's not like in the best places of town. There is a bar called the Blooming Blossom. And as you go in, there seems to be a group of regulars, harsh looking around the edges. But it's lively at this time of night. People are just getting out of work, going in for drinks. You see a whole array of different characters. Definitely men and women and non-binary pals that work with their hands are more of the hard labor. Others are possibly just stay-at-home members that just need a break. Just a lot of different people from all different walks of life. But there is surprisingly a very well dressed, not fancy, but really nicely put together humanoid in the bar that's taking orders. They have this really beautiful, deep, red curly hair that's kind of tied up top. They have, despite that it is a diva, they have a waist apron that has no stains on it, and they're wearing a very pretty dress. Kind of goes off the shoulders, and she has a corset on, and she has these really beautiful, deep, honey-colored eyes as she smiles at you guys as the bell kind of jingles as you walk in. Hi, I'll be right with you.
Before they had entered, Rowan had casted disguise self on himself plus
Does
use.
Mishka have that? Let me see.
He's gonna use some sorcery points to extend it to 2 hours.
Okay. She does not have disguise self, so she just looks like herself. She put on a hat. No, I'm kidding. But
Go back.
Rowan's gonna look like a very young Shatterkai. Hair pulled back in a ponytail.
Mishka just takes her coat off. That's all I got. But as you walk in, this proprietor at the bar gives you a winning smile and lets you know that she'll be right with you, that you can take a seat wherever you'd like. Your new faces, so there's a few pair of eyes that are on you as you walk in, and then there's like a guy at the bar that gives you kind of dagger eyes, but then they get like a little flap of like a rag from the proprietor's like, oh, stop it. Let the new people settle.
I would
Ignore him,
say
dears.
before all that, because Anthony did prepare this. He just never gave it to anybody. He has a hat of a disguise, and he'll give it to Mishka.
Okay. She looks like a different tiefling.
He'll just nod. All right.
Her blue skin is now a nice, almost fading, like rosy pink. Her white hair is now a beautiful rose gold, and her light color eyes now these deep reddish brown color. Thanks.
You look good. Pats her back.
Thanks. I've always liked this color combination, so I always want to see what it would look like, but
Well, now
you
you know.
can call me Rose.
Rose.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to have Mishka name you. Let's see. Let's go with Dahlia. She says her hair reminded you of a red dahlia. All the flower names.
So, Rose, I was kicking this idea around, but after you're finished school, and I believe we might have some internships available.
Oh. Well, I can definitely go take a look. I do have to ask permission, but I definitely want to do that.
And I can write you a letter of recommendation. It'll be fine.
For the job, yeah. Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be cool. I like that. You see, there's equal parts excitement but hesitancy in her voice. Hopefully I can go and be an intern there. Like I said, I have to ask permission. technically do have a job currently, but
Did you ask for paid time off?
no.
I think you're fired.
Maybe. It's fine. It'll be. They can't fire me. I'm like their best employee. It's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
By best, I mean I know that they need me, so they can't fire me. It's fine.
That's fair.
Ask for a raise when you get back.
I will.
Good. Know your worth.
I am worth every gold coin. Let me tell you. At that point,
No, I'm not gonna start my recruitment pitch here. Let's just drink.
at that point, the woman that was at the bar comes in and she says, "I'm sure your darling doesn't look like that. Hi."
Hi. 3 of your best meals, some ale, and 2 more meals waiting on the oven for a couple friends that might stop by.
Oh, okay. Well, aren't you a big group? Would you like a dark ale or a light ale?
Looks to Mishka. Dark.
All right. Anything else? Anything special? We do have our house drink called the Blooming Blossom. The blooming. What did the fuck did I name this place? So the blooming.
Onion.
No, blooming.
Oh, do you have that on the menu though?
Yeah.
We
We do have blooming onions,
We
but
want 5 of them.
the drink of the house is the Blooming Blossom.
I'll
Yeah.
take one.
All right. So 1, 2, 3, 5 house meals.
Yes.
Well, make it 3 for now. I don't know if Dahlia and
That's true. They might have gone home already.
Well, I'll make it 3. If you need another 2, you let me know. I'll be on standby. So the 3 house meals is blooming onion, and the blooming blossom drinks and ales, correct? Dark?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, if you need anything, my name is Talia. Welcome to my bar.
Just give a flirtatious wave and look to Mishka. Do you like dark ale?
Talia will give a wave and give you a wink. She walks back. There's still like a guy at the bar just giving you dagger eyes. She just like kind of hits him again with a rag.
Anthony will
hush.
give a flirtatious wave to glaring man too.
Catches him off guard for a second, but
Gives a wink.
she just turns around. I like any alcohol, to be honest.
Good.
My favorite would be, let's see.
Ever had banana beer?
Banana beer? No. I like OPAs. Other people's alcohol.
Rollin has just closed his eyes and he looks very tired, but he's trying to listen in on conversations around the tavern.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Another 17.
Nice. What languages do you know?
I know Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Undercommon.
All right. You hear a few conversations with the 17 that are immediately around you. One of them seems to be in Undercommon. Another one just in regular common. Most of the conversations are around in regular common, but there's a few. One that you pick up a few Elvish words from a few tables down, and every so often you hear someone curse in like Infernal. but you pick up a few conversations. There's a table talking about the workday and how they don't like the new manager, how they don't let them have freedom over what they're doing, and they think they know better, even though they clearly don't know better. They haven't done this job before. So they're complaining about that. There's another table in Undercommon that is talking about merchants and passing merchants and just what's it called? What's the word? I guess just products and when the next big hauling of merchants is going to be. They usually do a festival where a lot of merchants from around the country will come set up stalls. He says that's in a few months, so we should be getting kind of like people coming in RSVPing pretty soon, since it takes a while to set up. But that's about as much as we hear. Those are the tables immediately around you.
Anything good?
Nothing
Speaky
great.
man?
No, nothing great so far. Though the mental gymnastics I have to go through to try and translate Infernal is a headache.
It's not that bad.
Well, you see, so for me, I have to, if I hear it, I have to translate it to Celestial first, and then it goes into Elvish, and then Common.
Well, why don't you translate it first from... Well, I guess you wouldn't know that language.
No. Celestial and Infernal in general is Celestial, but like reversed.
Yeah, I see that. Huh. Okay. Let's pick up any good gossip.
Something merchant, something goods, something. It's a lot.
Expert spy.
I'm a doctor. Our spy is off on a date walking her dog.
And as you say that, we go to your spy. You are able to catch up with Jack, who is holding Peanut, putting like a little a harness that he made for Peanut that stays with him wherever he blinks, so he can kind of control where he blinks off to. You're muted.
So, where to first?
Well, I was actually just gonna give Peanut a walk through the town. Might as well look for different places to go to while we do that.
Oh. All right. The others wanted something fancy.
Something fancy. Okay, we can do that. He looks down at himself, but he looks like should probably get changed if I want something fancy.
I think you look just fine.
Thank you. But I
You're
don't
welcome.
know if... You know what? I'll just go as is.
Why? Should I change?
No, you look perfect. You always do.
Looks down at her dusty armor from traveling. Well, fine.
You just need a little... He just snaps his hand and casts prestidigitation on you. There. All good.
Oh. Thank you.
You're welcome. He gives you a kiss on the cheek. So, how fancy are we talking about?
Fancier than we normally stay.
Okay. So not Miss Vi fancy, but fancy.
Yes. Somewhere
Oh,
between
Miss-
that and what we normally book.
Okay, let's go to the main thoroughfare. And he is a man that will look at directions and will make his way to where he needs to go. The town seems to be pretty well labeled, basically, all the streets. There's little like, inns, tavern, neighborhood, stuff like that. And let me roll for him. Okay. I'm using a big chunky die that my friend gave me. So with a 15's not bad. God, that man. He looks around and he points to a very lavish looking inn. It has very beautiful detailing work on the outside of with intricate like inlays of gold and jewels. You don't know if it's real, but it has a very nice. It could breach on gaudy, depending, but it's like writing that fine line between really nice and gaudy. And as you go in, let's see. What should we call this in? Let's do a group project. Because all my names are gonna be flower themed apparently today.
We're in like a port town, or like on a river.
Yeah.
Brookside Inn.
Brookside Inn, it is. Let me put it here so I don't forget. Okay, so you go into the Brookside Inn. It has this really lovely, light blues, almost white type of color palette to it. It's very refreshing. A lot of it seems to look like almost little coves that you can kind of like go in once you see the structure. But as you walk in, let's see, give me a race. Anyone wants to?
Orc.
A what?
Orc.
You say Bork?
Orc. O-R-C.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you see this tall orcish figure at the front desk as you walk in. They have this very lovely silk dress, and their hair is braided, this deep dark black hair. It's braided into this big plait on the side. They are wearing very beautiful jewelry, and you see that their tusks do have caps on them that are made out of gold, but they have a pair of spectacles on the tip of their nose as they're looking at a ledger. But this worker looks to you, says, "Hi, welcome to the Brookside Inn. How can I help you?"
Hi, we're looking for 3 rooms.
3 rooms, all right. For how long?
Tonight for sure, maybe longer. Not sure.
All right, let's see. I have 2 rooms available, double bed on the 3rd floor, and 1 room with the queen size bed on the 2nd floor.
We'll take them.
All right. So under what name am I putting these rooms at?
She looks at Jack.
Jason. You're also putting me on the spot. Jesus Christ. Jason Steelheart. All right, Mr. Steelheart. I will take the down payment for the 3 rooms. That'll be 3 gold each. And then if you want to renew your stay, just come back in. I would say around 8 o'clock. That's kind of when we start renewing the rooms.
All right.
So.
You said it was
here,
how many gold?
a total of 9.
9. Okay.
It's very fancy.
Lucy will pay that.
Mm-hmm. She will give you 3 very beautiful, intricate iron keys with a room number on it. And she takes a tag, writes your name, or the last name that Jack gave him, and kind of like sticks it onto the back of the room tag. And she hands you the 3 keys and says, "Enjoy your stay. If you need anything, there is a lovely garden in the back, as well as we do have dinners and lunches and breakfast in the dining room, as well as an open bar."
Wonderful, thank you.
You're very welcome. Enjoy your stay.
Lucy will go check out the rooms first and do like the initial like drop off the stuff that doesn't need to be carried, like the bedrolls and whatnot.
The two bed rooms are pretty similar, but they have these very beautiful kind of lavish beds on each side of the room. A nightstand between them, as well as curtains around it, like a canopy around each bed for privacy should you need it, as well as 2 desks and their own bathroom. Each place here has their own bathroom, and the the one with the queen size bed is similar to the 2 bed. There's a large bed with these way too many decorative pillows that you're not going to use. There's these really beautiful like canopy, like dark velvet type of, excuse me, I thought I was going to sneeze, curtains around it. It does seem to have a bit of a larger bathroom with a bigger tub in it, and a vanity and a workspace in the room as well. It's all very beautifully decorated, beautiful rugs, tapestry, silks. If you want it fancy, you got fancy.
Nice. So, Jack, where to next?
Well,
Meet up with the others?
I suppose we kind of gotta talk about how we're gonna start gathering information.
Right.
I suppose you'd be more of the expert on that, since you know who we're dealing with.
We should look for a map of the town first,
All right.
so we know the landmarks, and hopefully one that includes any outlying villages or anything.
All right. We'll ask at the front desk. They might have some maps for tourists and visitors.
All right.
Yeah. We'll see what's around. Depending on the size of these villages around, it's possible that people might come in and out of this bigger town to get any resources that they might need. So we'll see if there's anybody here that might be connected to that, maybe.
I agree. Any properties that were recently bought outside of town are worth checking out as well.
Yes. We'll have to see who might have that information. But for now, let's meet up with the others. He'll make sure everything's set down. We'll help you put down everything. Let's take the backpack off you, put it down the bedroll. Make a little corner for Peanut. Take out their bed.
Peanut has his own backpack of supplies that he travels with.
Yeah, it's like the baby bag, but it's just Peanut supplies. After a while, Anthony and Rollin, you hear a message from Jack. Says, "Where are you guys?"
Give him the location of where we are.
Okay. He will let you know that they got everyone rooms at a very fancy hotel named it's not even an inn, it's a hotel, named the Brookside Inn. It's called an inn to like be a little like, oh, we're definitely an inn, but it's definitely a hotel.
In the background, Lucy's just whispering, "It's called a boutique."
A what?
It's a boutique. They use the same name, hotel or inn, but it's more exclusive. So they're a boutique inn or a boutique hotel. It's something that you have to know when you work in my line of work.
We're in a boutique inn. It's like the question mark is in his voice.
I've killed at least 2 people in a place very similar to this.
All right. Well,
Let's not make it 3 tonight, he says.
well, tell me when you're about 5 minutes out, and we'll get you your drinks.
Okay.
They've got nachos here. You guys want some nachos?
Blooming onions.
Nachos and blooming onions.
All right. Do they have any?
Fried pickles, yes.
No, I don't want fried pickles. Those are gross.
They're the best.
What about fried
No.
pickles, Jack?
Nothing. I just don't like them.
Okay.
We can get you the house meal.
Yeah. So let's. Yeah. Do you want anything specific? She asked Lucy.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything that they've told you.
Oh. We'll figure it out when we get there. Just make sure there's enough drinks on the table. That's as much as I can tell you. But after getting ready, Jack will head out with you, Lucy, and let's take a 10-minute early break since I have to go to the bathroom, and we'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes. So don't go nowhere unless it is to grab some food, grab a friend, get some rest, stretch your leggies, take your meds, and we'll be all right with you.
All right, everybody. We'll be right back. Bye. Everybody wave. we are back. I had a good break. Did you guys have a good break? I had a good break
Yeah.
too. I got a muffin that's like the size of my head. It was
Nice.
delicious.
Nice.
Satan, take us back in. What are we doing? Bless you.
Sneezing, apparently. So, you are able to make your way to the Blooming Blossom. And just as you arrive, the proprietor of such dive bar comes in. You two would notice the same thing, that despite it being a dive bar, looking like a dive bar, she looks pretty flawless. It's nothing too fancy, but she looks really well put together. But she comes in, she hands you all your ales, your meals, and then as she watches you two sit down, she just looks to the two of you, Rollin and Anthony. Are these your friends? Do you want me to put those millions for them now?
Yes, please.
Of course. She looks to Lucy and says, "Well, come on, sugar, sit down. Ales for them as well? Blooming blossoms for everyone?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll be right back then."
He'll give another flirtatious wave and lean back in his seat.
She'll
So,
wave back.
what did I miss? That is.
Points to the
The blooming.
remains.
All right then. Anything
There's
else?
sauce. Mishka likes dark ale. That's really good.
Well, I actually said I like any
Rose,
alcohol.
excuse me. I would have said rose.
Yeah, that's fine. I like any alcohol, especially other people's alcohol, and whatever alcohol is free.
OPAs.
OPAs, other people's alcohols.
Well, I mean, that's a given. I think that's everyone's first choice.
Or WF, whatever's free.
That's fair.
But these ales are actually pretty good. Quite strong.
Yeah.
I'm actually this blooming blossom's actually really good. It's very refreshing.
Right. So the drinks are good. The food is
She-
good.
Yeah. At that point, she comes back. It's like, you guys would have seen this with your blooming blossoms, but I'll describe it now. It's similar to like an absinthe.
Container?
No, it's like this weird contraption.
Apparatus thing with like a
apparatus
sugar
that-
cube.
Yeah, you put the sugar cube and it has the alcohol already in it, but your cups, they're clear cups, and they have these bunched up flowers in them that are clearly still buds. And she'll put each cup under the spout and kind of do the sugar cubes. It's similar to absinthe, and then just take a lever and the alcohol will start slowly dripping from it. And as you see the alcohol hit the cup, the more it fills up, the flower in the cup starts blooming. There you go, sugars. Blooming blossoms. It's real nice, real refreshing, but be careful, it sneaks up on you.
Right. Thanks.
You're welcome. And I'll give you those meals in just a second, darling. She gives you a wink.
So, other than the food and the drink, anything else interesting happening around here?
Rose taught me how to poison a plant.
Yeah, it's called pesticide.
Yeah, I didn't know about pesticides.
Right. Well, we got a map of the town and the outlying area. She'll
Oh,
gesture
yeah.
to Jack.
Jack will put it down on the table. We have to kind of figure out which of these little villages are going to be our X marks the spot.
How many
Definitely.
total are there?
There are 3 smaller villages that are just outside of Farwater. There's some smaller ones, but are way further, like maybe a day or 2 travels.
Are any by a water area, like a creek, river?
Let me look at my map. No,
choose-
the main source of water will be the river you just took the ferry on. There might be some smaller lakes and ponds throughout the rest of the the southern land, but nothing big enough to be marked on the map.
They'll choose something close enough to town that they can easily get supplies, but far enough away that few people will come to bother them.
Mm.
In a lower voice, do you think that they're making Everett work for them? What would he need to have a workshop?
That's a question for Rose.
Oh, hi.
Lucy
we'll
just
need-
reaches over, takes Rose's drink away from her, and sets it away for a minute.
That's my fault. I saw my phone light up with the text. Turn that over. We would need our own workshop, a lot of equipment to distill the poison from certain plants and fungi.
Who in town would you purchase that sort of thing from? Not a blacksmith.
No, it would be more of a specialized store. Anything.
An apothecary.
Yes, an apothecary. Some tools we'll get from different types of tinkers. Some herbology shops might have certain specific tools to deal with plants. So those are different places we could go to.
All right. What's the most specialized piece of equipment he'd be using?
I would say the distilling equipment.
Looking at the map, is it marked with like vendors, or is it basically just a generalized map like city plan?
It's a generalized map of like the town and the surrounding areas. There's a few spots that a really big food place, kind of like this, but nothing too.
Just the major landmarks?
Yeah, major landmarks.
Well, my suggestion is that we start asking around for that specific equipment. Act like you are shopping for it and looking to get the best deal, and see if anyone has anyone they can refer us to that's recently purchased it.
Could I make a check? Would this sort of specialized equipment be readily available, or do they have to have it custom made?
There are some parts that would be available, but it is type of equipment where you can keep adding on to it. So depending on how intricate they want it to be, because it'll depend on the type of poison that you're trying to distill, there are some parts that will have to be specially made. And that can be directly from the glass blowers, or blacksmiths and stuff like that.
Anthony will lean forward and say, "Which one of these towns has the best whiskey distillery?"
I don't know, you'd have to ask someone who lives here.
Talia, love.
You rang.
We're looking to go on a bit of a drink tour. Do you know of any whiskey distilleries around here that are offering that?
There's ones towards the center of town, down the thoroughfare to the left on St. Street. It's quite good, if I do say so myself. There's some other touristy ones, but I don't suggest those.
What about these outlying towns?
Well, there's one that has a good vineyard. They do specialize in wines. That'd be this one. She'll point to a smaller one that's not too far off the edge of town, where you would have enough space to have a certain vineyard and its equipment. But other than that, they don't really specialize in much.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else I can get you?
No, Talia, you've been an absolute delight.
Oh, I know. Well, let me know if you know anything else. She'll give a little finger wave, and you see her just gliding around. She has kind of like this really sweet flirtatious attitude with everyone. But she goes back to her work.
Well, we could check the spots here. vineyard would have been, but not what we are looking for.
I could ask around town for any glass blowers, see if they had any specialized requests coming in.
All right. Take Mishka with you. She'll know what to ask for.
All right.
Oh, do we have like a cover story, or are we just gonna straight up ask? 'Cause I feel like if we ask and they come back, somebody will be like, "Hey, somebody was asking about your specialized order. Why would they
We
know about that?"
are whiskey distillers in the making, looking for equipment to start up our own distillery to the north.
I was just gonna pin this on the trading company back in Loomberry.
That would work too.
I can let Titus know that we'll be dropping his name.
Wait, that's my trading company.
Not anymore. You gave it to him.
I put the
Gave
chips
someone
back.
your entire trading company?
It's a long story.
That's a lot of money lost.
I didn't give it to him. We're partners for. I keep the ships. He keeps the warehouse.
Sure.
I've got a fleet of ships now.
Okay, so what store are we going with? Whiskey distillers, merchants?
Merchants.
It's very complicated. Okay.
Getting ready to open a distillery. Branching out.
All right. Well, whatever you need, I can provide my best opinion.
Lucy's gonna place a... Do we have sending jewelry to Titus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Excellent. Titus, are you awake?
Huh? What? Yeah. What do you need?
Oh, nothing. I'm just gonna cause you a headache. I hope you don't mind.
I guess it's fine. Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
So, we're in Farwater right now. We're traveling with a woman named Mishka, and then Lucy's gonna launch into what they're doing and the cover story that they're going to be providing.
You're right. You are causing me a headache. All
I
right. I
am.
can pull some funds from here and then relegate it to. Do you want the shell company or an actual distillery?
I mean, that's up to you. Do your brothers want to branch out and be distillers? Technically, we could be setting it up for them.
That's gonna be chaos and a half.
I think it would be great fun.
All right. I'll go yell at them.
All right, we'll get you the details.
All right. Well, get it to me in writing and I'll sign off on it. It's not my money anyway, so I have no qualms.
Excellent. A paper bird will be coming your way shortly.
All right. Ta then.
Titus is in.
Good.
By the way,
Very
Anthony,
nice.
you're branching out into distilleries.
I sent my niece with them.
No?
No, I sent her off to school. Okay.
Did you?
I thought she was learning to be a ranger from Titus.
Yeah, she's learning to be a ranger from
I mean, last
Titus.
time I was home, she was spending time with them, but
This is that private tutor life.
What did I do with her? He thinks on it.
you did nothing with her because she's her own person.
No, I just wanted to know if my brother is going to yell at me or if my sister's going to yell at me.
Does it matter?
Okay, no
Yes.
dos.
It's probably both of them.
I have a retort from Mickelson, but an apology for Tess.
I honestly don't think Tess minds. I think she just wants to yell at you.
This is the Mickelson that wrote the book.
It is.
Amazing. Big fan.
I thought you were a tiefling.
That's not as funny as you think it is.
Passes the drink back to Rosie. Drink that. He gets funnier the more you drink it.
Oh, yeah. Most people do. She'll just start drinking it. She'll take the blooming rose after finishing her ale.
So,
This is really refreshing, surprisingly.
So, I suppose after we're done eating, we're good to head back to the house. Well, in. Fancy place.
Jack says. Well, yeah, once we're back there, we can kind of plan out who's going where tomorrow in a less public area. All right. You have your meals. Talia brings them to you guys. It's nothing too fancy, just basic, a really nice stew with some bread, and some sides. She'll give y'all a free bloomin' onion as a first time guest. She likes y'all.
All right, hang on. We gotta do a Does Lucy like a blooming onion roll?
Yeah.
D100, let's go. She's not a fan. That was a 22 on a D100.
No, it's not for everyone.
She puts the sauce on some of her bread, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sauce is what makes it.
Yeah.
I think halfway after Anthony has finished his meal, he's like that comfortable drunk where you're like brave enough to do things, but not brave enough to actually be like explosive about it. He sings a lullaby in Orcish. He just sits back and hums it to himself.
Mishka's like that nice drunk where she's just like she's just vibing. She's just vibing to the music that is provided to you. So we're gonna go back now. Where are we going?
Back to our rooms, dear.
Okay. Can we
Hey,
get some more
Lucy.
alcohol?
Yes, Rollin.
You want to see me be a real asshole?
Are you capable of being an asshole?
He leans over to Anthony, taps him on the shoulder, and casts his Lesser Resto to take away the buzz.
There's a pause, and he looks to Rylan and looks to his drink. That's mean. As he stands up.
That's funny.
All right, everyone, ready to go?
The worst
One
part about
moment. She'll take a tanker that she has and just starts chugging it. Gives
the
a
worst
big
part
burp.
about that, Dentier, is you're still gonna get the hangover in the morning.
He grumbles as he pays for everyone's meal. I was, happily buzzed, relaxed, and, Charlotte's just as vindictive as Freya sometimes.
Can we not start threatening each other over drinks?
How I show my love, as he places a kiss on top of Rylan's head. Let's go.
Let's go. Mishka stumbles a bit on her feet as she gets up. That blooming blossom really hit.
Ron will support her as they walk out.
I sort of got Raleigh. If you take away my drunkenness, I will stab you.
Oh no, I only really mess with Anthony.
Okay, cool. As you walk out, Talia gives y'all a wave goodbye. And says, y'all come back now.
Of course, dear. Gives another flirtatious wave.
And you leave, and you're able to make it back to the nice Brookside Inn. Are you all gathering in one room for now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Did we want to play in tonight?
Mishka.
You what?
A burrito Mishka and just put her on a bed.
Hey, stop! Don't! Just because I'm short, this is very offensive. I am not a child.
Anthony,
Lucy.
stop it.
I'm gonna poison you tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Can I help?
deserve it.
Yes.
Oh, good.
You know, this is a poison that acts like allergen, so you're just constantly sneezing.
That sounds fantastic.
People think, like, the worst poisons are the ones that kill you, but no, the worst poisons are the ones that don't kill you and leave lasting effects. 'Cause they're annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Annoyances aside, what's the plan for tomorrow?
I was told we were splitting up.
All right, who's taking what?
I'm looking for distilling parts.
Who's going with Mishka?
That'll be me.
Wait, so wrong. Jack will speak up. We can split up places that we have to ask. If there's the biology place, an apothecary, glass blower, we could split up those places.
Well, you know about the herbology things. You and I could take that?
Yeah.
Anthony, who are you going with?
Where would you like me?
I don't know. Wherever you have some area of expertise.
I don't have expertise in either.
Neither do I.
But you have expertise in merchant things, Mr. Anthony.
I do. He thinks for a moment. Probably go with Mishka.
Who's your favorite
then.
child? Who's your favorite child? We want to know. Which group you going with? Who's your favorite kid?
He's like, he thinks for Mishka probably to make it less.
I don't know shit about merchant, so I know about the distilling part. You could be the merchant.
I know a lot about whiskey.
Ah, there you go. Rollin can be our board of ethics. Or
That's
whatever.
fine. Anthony, can you write up whatever documentation Titus needs from us and get it sent off as a paper bird?
Yes. He pats his ledger and pulls out some paperwork. What title should we give him?
I don't know, whatever already fits into the business. Lucy'll hand him a couple paper birds.
He thinks for a moment. Brewmaster Titus. Mix it all up.
Make a. Well, you're not really forging documents, so I guess that's fine. You're just
Using his
making
his
documents because you're gonna have a distillery, I guess. Give it a few months and you'll start seeing money from it.
He's using his courtier background or information to make these things.
Okay, you can do that.
Anthony gets a paper bird bag like an hour later with a counter offer, and then it's suddenly like, sorry, force of habit.
He pauses. You have the warehouse.
I know, but like, force of habit. I'm trying to make money here.
Well, after your force of habits and little mishaps, you're able to get that paper. You'll stay up a little bit to get all the paperwork done, but you're also an elf, so you can just meditate for 4 hours. But you are free to go to bed and grab a long rest. The beds are extremely comfortable and very nice. We can decide who gets what room. Are there any conversations you would like to have tonight before we move on to the next day?
Anthony will make the second remove dice roll. Roll Arcana for that.
Okay.
24.
24, you're good. So, night goes by, you're able to mark that long rest on your character sheets, make sure to do that. And you wake up fairly early. You guys are used to early risers, I assume. There's a very nice breakfast type of kind of like buffet at the dining area. It's really good, like freshly made pancakes and waffles and scrambled eggs, and you can have eggs however way wish you want. Whichever way you want. There we go. Words. Excuse me. But you're free to have breakfast and kind of gather and set off on your daily adventures. So, who's going where again? Mishka's going with Rollin, going to what? Glassblowers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, Mishka, Rollin, and Anthony are going to the glassblowers.
Okay. And you and Jack are going to the herbologist, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So let's start with Lucy and Jack. Make me a investigation check, Lucy.
Can I do it with advantage since Jack is helping me?
You can.
Let's fish for crits. That didn't. Okay, that's a 24.
That's still good.
Yeah.
As you're looking around, you're able to ask people and maybe get a more detailed map of the town. And they point you to a small, well, it seems small outside, but it's a 2-story, kind of like townhouse style place called, let's see. Bloop, 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 bloop. Let's see. Oh. Where are my... There you go. It's called... Let's see. You know what? We'll call it Cinnamon Clove. It's called Cinnamon Clove. It's got, even from the outside, you can tell it has this particular earthy herb smell. They do seem to have some plants growing towards the entryway of the shop, but you go in and you find it almost looks like a garden shop at first because there are so many plants in the shop itself, hanging from the balcony of the second story, on walls, on little corners. They're all specifically labeled, it's beautifully organized, but then you see the shelves with the different types of herbs, again labeled, organized. Some are locked behind glass cases, and you see a halfling man with these big brown glasses behind the main desk towards your right, and seems to be going over a very big tome. And as you walk in, gives you a nice friendly smile, says, "Welcome to Cinnamon and Clove. How can I help you?"
Hello, we're looking to pick up some supplies, or at least arrange for them to be delivered. My business partner here knows what we are looking for. I'm more of the purse.
No worries. Is it, are you ordering in big quantities or just samples or?
Samples for now.
Okay. We can do that. And I'm not gonna talk to myself, but he'll talk to Jack, kind of see what you need. What is your goal again, trying to come here?
We're trying to suss out similar items to what Emmett would have, or Everett. Everett. Just the continuing saga of me not remembering this poor NPC that we're trying to
His
save.
name is now Everett or Emmett, whichever.
Trying to suss out. I'm assuming that Mishka would have sent us with a list of herbs.
Yeah.
And asking for that, and asking for, like business references, like who have you worked with recently?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone we can go to for like a review, something like that?
Okay. He'll kind of talk to the both of you and just be like, as if you give him the list, like, okay, I'm out of a few of these. I had someone come in and buy in bulk recently, but I do get a fresh shipment at the end of the week if you would like to wait, but I can get most of these ready for you. I work with local apothecaries as well as different shops around the town. If you wish to talk with them about my reputation, I'm more than happy to give you their names. I'll give you a list of them. I've worked with some bigger companies that specialize in food, or apothecaries that specialize in certain tinctures. But I can write their names down if you'd like.
We would love a list of those if you could arrange it for us.
Of course. He'll kind of write down a list of names. This is just local shops. Some that do seem to be kind of like a chain shop that you've seen in other bigger towns. So he seems to do some supply for them as well. But he gives you that list. And once he's done, he's like, if you want, I can get all these ready and packaged up for you. Is there anything else you will need?
No, I think that'll be it.
All right. Well, just give me one moment. He kind of hops off his stool and walks around. You see that the different shelves do have like most of them are locked. Not necessarily helps with theft, obviously, but also so nothing falls off the shelves. So you see him opening and closing a few different shelves, and those little you see it's almost like those drawers that you have in libraries, like that you keep the cards, like the little postcards in, but it's full of different types of herbs, and you see him start picking and bagging different ones.
While he's doing that,
Mhm.
I would like for Lucy to use her Ring of Animal Friendship.
Mhm.
So Peanut can understand her, and she is going to also combine that with message, which she can do at will.
Mhm.
And she is going to say to Peanut, "Go in the back and make some noise, and then blink outside the shop."
Takes it. Roll for Peanut.
What am I rolling? What do I roll for Peanut?
Roll an intelligence check.
Okay. She would be
You
making
have
it.
his stat check.
Yeah, she would be making it very clear where he's supposed to go. That's
Yeah.
a 10.
10. It's not bad. Simple command, and he works with Peanut a lot. So.
Oh, actually, that's with my intelligence modifier. Hang on, I have stats for him.
you
what's
do
his
have
mod?
stats for him.
His mod. Okay, intelligence. Okay, no, it would be the same. It's fine.
Okay, that's fine. A 10 is fine. He kind of looks at you, tilts his head, gives a few blinks of his eyes, and then just blinks away. And you see the halfling is putting all your needs in like little bags or glass vials and stuff like that, and then there's a crash from the back, and you know when you work with a lot of fragile things, you hear a crash, so you just kind of
Is everything all right?
I sure hope so. I will be right back. One moment.
All right. As soon as he's out of sight, Lucy's going to take the business ledger and turn it around and look through who made the large order of the items that they did not have.
Okay. Gotta make me an investigation check.
Because I'm an international super spy. What am I looking for? Investigation?
Yes.
26.
26. Okay, let me pull up some things here. Blah, blah. Where is my folder for you? Do we have? No, let's see. Excuse me while I was not prepared for this.
You weren't prepared for the Snoop to Snoop?
Yeah, for some reason. Yeah. There is for the 26. there is a name, just a first name, it seems, that pops up with all the herbs that were out of God, words are so hard for me right now.
That we're out of stock?
Yes.
Okay.
It is just the name Dimitri.
All right. Is there any delivery address associated with it in the ledger?
No, you actually see in the ledger where it says, because there's delivery, the method of transportation just as pickup.
All right. Lucy will show that to Jack and then put the ledger back where it was.
Mm-hmm. He will actually write down which were the herbs that were out of stock and the name Dimitri, and let's just pocket it. And let's see, how much of a mess did Peanut make? This poor man was just trying to run his shop. Okay, it's a bit of a mess. So he comes back and says, well, seems I misplaced some things in a few of my bottles, kind of went to the ground, but it's all right, nothing bad. Let me check you out and I will deal with that in a bit. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's all right.
Here we go. And he seems, he starts tallying up. It's like those kind of like old-timey Western registers where it has a little ticket pop up, like saloons and stuff. And he starts tallying you guys up. It'll be a total of, let's see, 20 gold for everything.
Excellent, thank you. One of the items you were out of, we are in kind of a rush to get that. Would it be possible for me to contact the purchaser to see if they have any extra that they weren't using? Maybe some excess that didn't fit their recipes?
Well, if you know the person that bought them, yeah, but I'm not at will to give out personal information of my customers. I'm sorry, miss.
Oh,
I'm
that's
sure you
fine.
understand.
Would you be happy to? Would you be willing to share a first and last name? I might know them.
Roll a persuasion check.
19.
19. We'll roll for them. An 11. Well, I don't have a last name, but I just have a first name. Dimitri.
Oh, I wonder if that's the fellow that I met on the ride here. They wouldn't happen to be staying at one of the little villages out town, were little quaint ones?
I am not sure, Mrs. They didn't really have a delivery address. They came in for pickup, but they should be coming in soon to pick up some more stuff if you'd like to see them.
Well, we have a few more stops, but if I can swing back around, I will. They'll be here today?
Not sure. They sent a message that they were running out of a few things, so they might pass by today, tomorrow, sometime during the week.
All right, well, hopefully I'll catch them. They were a charming gentleman when I met them on the road.
Yes, they seem to be very charming indeed. But good to know that you two know each other. Would you like me to let them know that you were here if they pass by?
She looks to Jack and just kind of gives a sheepish smile. No, probably not, but if I see them, I'll see them.
All right. Kind of look between the two of you. Then Jack just quirks an eyebrow. make a deception check.
Jack, pretend you're jealous. Oh, that was a natural 20 for a 22.
He looks between the two of you, and Jack kind of quirks an eyebrow and just goes, uh-huh. It's like, well, anyway, here are your items. I'm sure you'll have things to talk about. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your help.
Very welcome. You two have a good day. Seth keeps looking between the two of you.
Lucy will leave
Okay.
with Jack.
Yeah.
Good job in
Um,
there.
Thanks. Quirks another eyebrow, this time in more confusion. Bless the man that do well because they don't know any better.
What's that?
I said bless the men that do very well because they don't know any better.
You're doing
That was
great,
just-
dear.
That was just me as a person, not as Jack. But from that, we'll jump back over to Dentier, Rollin, and Mishka. Whoever wishes can roll me a perception check. Investigation, sorry.
Yay!
With
Nat
advantage,
20
sorry. Nice.
with the
Jeez.
24.
Nice.
Anthony's smart man.
You are about to ask someone when you see the correct signs to a. You said you're going to the glass blower?
Yeah.
Okay. So Rollin and Mishka are about to ask when Tintier just says, "Oh, it's over there. See the sign? It's right there. It says glass blowers this way." But you get there. There's no real signage on the shop. You can kind of tell what it is just from going to it. It has some display pieces. But as you go in, it has almost like a front shop or someone who deals with the customers, and then you can hear the sounds of working towards the back where they have their own actual workshop. But excuse me. Okay. As you walk up, you see this nice looking woman. She has like soft wavy hair with flowers behind her ears. She has two little almost lamb ears that kind of come down, and a flatter nose, thick sideburns that come down, and she is wearing a really nice almost draped fabric as a shirt that kind of comes down a little, but she looks to y'all with a bright smile and says, "Hi, how can I help you?"
Hi, we are looking for some equipment, glass
Okay.
distillery equipment, points to Mishka. She'll know more, but we are people looking to start up a whiskey business, merchants looking to sell distilling glass, more or less.
All right, and she'll kind of just look to Mishka and she'll explain that she's looking for a specific part that needs to be custom made for a distilling apparatus. But the woman behind the counter just looks, well, we don't have any of those ready. Those are custom made, but if you give us the specifications of it, we can make it for you within the week, depending on how complicated it is.
We would know, not too complicated to assume. We are actually looking for other distillers to talk to about it. We want some frame of reference before we launch head in. Do you have any customers who use this sort of thing that we could talk to?
I do have make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna give Anthony a bardic inspiration to roll with.
How are you giving him this bardic inspiration? What are the components for a bardic inspiration?
Well, since I'm a divine caster, kind of, sort of, because of my bloodline, I think sometimes he'll say something, but other times it's just a reassuring pat on the shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. Persuasion, what is your bardic?
A d6.
Roll 13 plus 4, so 17.
17. There's a few distilleries in town if you'd like to go talk to them. I had somebody else ask for a specific part for an apparatus, but I'm not sure what they're using it for.
Any information would be good. We would like to do our homework so we won't, explode our distillery by accident.
Yeah. Well, I would suggest definitely the distilleries in town. The gentleman that came by for this piece, I don't really have much information on them, and if I did, I wouldn't really be able to give it out.
That's fine.
But I can give you the names of the distilleries in town.
Sure. And if this other gentleman, if you could pass along my name, we would love to talk to them about it because, again, we want to do our research right.
Hey, oh, thanks for the raid. Oh, we just got raided. Yay. But she'll look to you and she'll say, okay, I mean, I don't know if they'll be coming back, but if I see them, I'll pass along your name. What's your name?
Dintier. He pulls out a little card and hands it to it. I'd say it says Dintier Merchant.
Okay. She'll take it and you see her walking back and putting it in like a little, like almost Rolodex type. As you walk, you see that she has goat legs. She's a little satyr. And you hear the clopping of the hoops on the hard stone ground. Such a big raid. Oh my god, sorry, I'm excited.
Welcome, everybody.
Hello. But she says, if you want to give me the specifications for this piece, I will have to get the in-house glass blower to take a look over it if you want to meet with her.
I'm sure. Looks to be good. Can you give me the specifics real quick? I can write them down.
Oh, yeah. She actually takes out a journal, and she seems to have already like a drawing of it with the specifications.
Mm-hmm.
It is dated a little like a while ago, so before she met you guys, but seems something that she did buy at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But she'll take out her journal and just say, "Here you go. Don't flip pages because that's like."
It's private, yes.
Yeah, it's my own study journal.
Anthony, with an artificer's precision, will draw a very technical drawing with the measurements, outline, blueprints, almost like a 3D model, and present it to this glass blower.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The woman that greeted you, will say her name is Lilac. Flower names all day today. I just have flower names.
It's flower name day. Just lean into it.
I'm just gonna lean into it. Her name's Lilac. She also has the flowers behind her ear are lilac flowers. But she'll kind of take you to like a little seating area when it's not really closed off. It's just kind of like a little table with a few chairs to the side. Yes, RJ.
Oh, I had a thing for later. It'll be
Okay.
fine. It's true Agent of Chaos moment brain.
Okay. So while you're gonna go and meet with the glassblowers, Riley, what are you doing? You're still with him. You've seen this really nice shop worker. You're with Mishka.
Roland's going to just motion that he's leaving.
All right, pick up some of those peaches we wanted for dinner tonight.
Thumbs up. He's going to leave, find an alley, and then cast Disguise Self on himself.
Okay.
And he'll look like a very muscular half-orc with a scar pattern on his cheek.
Okay.
And then he will cast Bless on himself
Okay.
and double that to 2 minutes with a sorcery point before coming back in. He's dressed differently, more rugged, more adventure, like more of an adventurer clothing, leather armor.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll head over to the Lilac.
Mm-hmm. Hi. How can I help you?
Hey, miss. Sorry, this seem like a very odd question, but I'm looking for someone who had custom ordered a glass apparatus in the last 2 weeks or so, something about distilling.
All right, may I ask why?
Well, they are a dangerous individual. Ma'am, I am a bounty hunter.
Oh. Oh. Her eyes go wide.
Anthony's cheeks are very dark purple as he's just glancing to Rylan, then looks away and sits
You
down
don't know this is
quietly.
Rylan.
No, he doesn't, but he sees a very handsome half-orc, and Anthony has a type.
Yeah. Anthony, you are towards the back. You're not necessarily hearing the conversation. You're sitting waiting for the in-house glassblower to arrive. You see this very handsome half-orc, and Mishka was like kind of looking through the little stuff that they have for sale, but she's just like,
Anthony just nods in agreement.
but let me see. Make a persuasion. Are you or intimidation? I don't know if you're trying.
I want to give him a well, it's the same check, but I want to
Up to
persuade. I'm
you,
not like I'm not
okay.
forcing her to give me this info.
Yeah.
Plus a D4. 22.
22. She kind of just goes like this, like, "Oh my god, are they? I mean, yeah, I had someone. It's, I don't. Oh,
Could you give me a description of them? All I know is that they had been through town and had been asking about this sort of distillery apparatus.
Oh, well, they were a tall gentleman, dark hair, a few grays in it, usually tied back. Actually, quite dressed down than most people. Full beard.
All right.
Very, very refined features.
Do you know what race they were?
Human. They had the little round ears.
Human. The human in quotation marks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you do happen to see this individual again, I would recommend that you just play it cool. Do whatever they say they want.
Okay.
Don't rile them up.
Okay, should I, okay, I'll try my best.
You will, if I'll be in town for a few days. If they do come back, he'll hand her a paper bird.
Okay,
You could send that to me, and I will be over as quickly as possible.
all right, what's your name, sir?
Alexander.
Alexander, thank you so much. Should I be worried? Is this something really bad going on? Should I tell my crew?
Tell them to keep an eye out, but proceed as normal with your day-to-day activities. If you do rile him up, there might be some consequences. That best thing to do, keep your cool.
Okay, they did give a name, if you would like that.
Perfect.
Just the name Dimitri.
He'll nod his head. All right, miss. Thank you for your cooperation. I'll check back in a few days.
Of course. She's kind of like, her face is a little flushed as she goes like, "Oh, okay. This is the most exciting thing I've been involved in a while."
If I wasn't already spoken for, ma'am, I could also be that. Wink.
She just got like, surprised. Her face gets more flushed. Like, "Oh, okay. I'll see you soon, Alexander." Okay. Mishka's on the corner like.
Roland walks out, taps a sending earring to Lucy. So I got a description and a name.
Oh, I think we found a name as well.
Say it on
Dimitri?
3. Dimitri.
Right. Here's the name of the shop we just talked to. Where are you at?
We're at the Glass Blowers on Main and 3rd.
And they just told you who it was.
I said I was a bounty hunter and this was an unhinged individual.
Oh, well, that's brilliant. Would you like to come work that on this person over here, too? Apparently, they're supposed to be coming back to the shop.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, Jack and I will find a cafe nearby and keep an eye out for you all.
Yeah.
DM.
Yes.
Can I make a roll and see if I think I know who this is as Lucy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because player me has an inkling.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you want me to roll? History, insight?
History.
History. Nope, that was a 4 with a +3 for a 7. I got some big dumb on this one.
it's a general description that would fit most like human males in their early 40s. It could be attributed to him like Gregory himself, but brown hair, refined features, and beard, kind of like it's a bit. There could be multiple people that look like that.
I know. I'm watching you.
You can try
watching
later.
you.
You're watching me. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right, Bigsy. He looks like a man.
He looks like a man. You know, with man features and man hair.
He has one head. Well,
This
actually
one-
2, but like
Yeah.
we're not gonna
This
talk
one
about it
actually
second.
had both arms this time. But yeah, as this is going on, Dentir, you are waiting there. You see this very handsome half orc come in and come out. Yeah, sorry, the name's Gregor, not Gregory, my bad. And as you see this half orc leave, you see another half orc enter. From the workshop, it's this half-orc woman, hair tied back. You see them with working clothes. It's sleeveless, has like a leather apron up front. They sit back. They sit in the chair in front of you. He's like, yes, I was told you wanted a meeting with me about a specific product.
God damn, it's not my birthday, but this is perfect. As Anthony kind of
Excuse me?
steps for. Nothing. Yes, the apparatus pulls up, points to the blueprint.
This is
We're
the
looking for
thirstiest
something like
Anthony has ever been in an episode, and I am
Yeah.
dying.
You left him alone for too long.
Yeah. Right. She kind of the ponytail that she has, she kind of like puts it back. It's like this really nice thick dark hair with different braids in it. And from as she sits down, you're close. She's a bit sweaty because it's back. In the back workshop, there's a lot of fire, but it's kind of like that glistening skin type of look. And she does have a few scars and burns on her skin that you can notice, but she looks over it, takes the sketch. She's like, well, okay. I mean, it's a bit complicated, but I just recently did one of these, so it shouldn't be too difficult.
Perfect.
How long are you in town for? It might take about a week's time, since we do have some orders in front of you.
A week and a half, we're doing some distillery research.
Okay. Under what name should I have this on?
Didn't you? And if you could place it, if I've not shown up after a week and a half, to this address, we'll give Thomas's address in Kalish.
Okay. She will say that she will require a down payment of like half the price, and if you want it sent somewhere, that she will require that as well. That you'd be able to take care of that with Lilac. But if you do come in within the week and a half, she'll give you back the deposit for the postage. But it's like the deposit for the thing and the deposit for the postage if you don't show up. So we'll have to pay for that.
Anthony will gladly pay it.
Okay. Well, yeah, we can definitely do this. Might have it ready by the end of the week, maybe weekend. Is there anything else I can do for you?
Nope, that's everything. Thank you for your time.
You're very welcome. The name's Raksha if you need anything.
He'll just smile. Raksha, nice to meet you.
She'll put out a hand.
He'll take it and shake it.
Gives
I
a very
appreciate
firm grip.
I appreciate fine craftsmanship. So I look forward to your work.
Thank you. If we can head over to the front of the shop, Lilac will take care of everything for you.
Thank you very much. He
Welcome.
wanders out and
You see back muscles as she walks away.
let's see, just keeps walking.
God, I wish Lucy was there. She wouldn't let Anthony hear the end of this.
Don't worry, Mishka's there. She's like looking at like little like glass like statuettes like but she goes back as Anthony reaches the front desk. You see the satyr woman Lilac. It's a little bit more flushed than before, and it's not because of the heat of the workshop. But Mishka comes by with you. He's like, you almost catch Lilac by surprise. She seems to be thinking about like kind of spaced out. It's like, oh, hi. Did you talk to Raksha? Was she able to help you?
Yep, down payment and shipment.
Yes. Let me see. The piece itself will be it's about 200. So down payment will be 50%. That's 100. And let me see the address you're shipping to.
Shows her the address.
Okay. Let's see. She kind of pulls out like a ledger for like what she will need to charge for certain items, the sizes and weight wise. She's like, okay, well, shipping overseas is going to be around 50 gold.
Good.
All right. So the total will be 150. Just like puts in like the little like mechanical register.
25% tip. He puts that in. A service fee. There you go.
Oh, thank you. You're very kind. Very kind. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm a little distracted. Mishka's they're just like, distracted. But she will take everything and we kind of give you a business card for the shop. That has an address and everything. They do seem to have another shop in a few other towns. Then the addresses are there in the back. But she'll let you know that that's all you need. Thank you. If you need anything else, please come by. You're free to come in and check on the progress should you wish, or if you have any specifications that you want modified, please come in within the first 2 days.
Of course. Thank you.
All right. I'll see you both later then. Goodbye.
Have a good one. As he'll head out, then kind of sending Lucy and Rylan. Where are you?
Oh, we're waiting at a cafe. Jack and I got the same name as Rollin, so did he not tell you?
No, he kind of left and never came back.
Len, where are you?
If he was on the same call. Oh, I did come back.
There's a pause. You're the orc.
Half orc.
There's this low verbiage of swearing before Anthony hangs up.
Anthony thought you were hot, didn't he?
I wasn't paying attention. I was getting information.
I can't wait to talk to Mishka when you all get here. Anyways, we found a cafe across the street. You're looking for, gives the name of the apothecary shop and her and Jack's exact location. I've switched from the tiefling. I'm gonna switch again to another half-orc, I think.
You hear, don't you dare.
Why not? Jack likes my half-orc outfit. And face. And everything else. I have nice biceps in that.
You know, there's a cafe out in Northwich, which is all half-orc run, and you can order something called the Wall of Meat, where they are all very muscular, surround you, and start flexing.
Can we go, please?
I'm a married man.
Bachelor parties happen.
I did not have a bachelor party.
We can have a bachelor party.
Why don't we have one for Rylan? He'll probably be the next one to get married.
There we go.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
I'll call Navarre and get the okay.
Anthony will take Mishka over to the cafe.
You can do that. We'll jump in with Rollin. You're giving the name and the direction of the herb shop.
He's going to duck into an alley a few blocks away, and then transform himself into a albino tiefling with curled horns, but they're not curled normally. They are curled around his forehead like a crown.
Okay. I see. But yeah, you, with the directions after changing, you're able to find the cinnamon and clove herb shop. You walk in. Again, lots of plants, very organized. You see, actually, you don't see anyone at the front desk, but as you walk in, there's a little bell, and you hear a voice from the back say, "I'll be with you in just a second." You hear the sound of someone sweeping up glass.
Peruse the aisles while he waits.
Peruse the aisles. It's very beautifully labeled, organized. As you do not want to get certain herbs mixed up for certain things. But after a few minutes, you see a halfling man with big round glasses, short, almost like blondish brown hair that's kind of ruffled. He has little overalls and a long sleeve shirt. Says, "Hi, welcome to the Cinnamon and Clove. How can I help you?"
Hi, I'm looking for some supplies to make some healing potions and a very odd request.
I've gotten a lot of odd requests. You're gonna have to be more specific.
I'm looking for pulls out the notepad. Average height, human, brown hair, graying, about mid-40s. General description goes by Dimitri.
Well, he seems to be a popular one.
Frowns.
I just had a few people asking about him. Not in the same way you're doing.
Is one of them a tiefling like?
Yes.
Damn it, they are moving into my territory. I'm going to have a talk with them. Sorry. My name is Alexander. I am a bounty hunter.
Okay. Wow. Okay, bounty hunter. Haven't had one of those in here in a while.
Yeah, this Dimitri fellow is wanted in Loomberry for certain crimes that I am not at liberty to say at the moment. I need to take him in.
Okay. Well, shit. I have some information, although mostly just a name and description. I don't think you'd be getting more from me. I mean, they said they might be coming back this week. Oh, fuck.
All right, well, he'll give the same spiel.
Yeah.
If he does come back, keep your cool, hand him a paper bird, send that off to me.
Okay. Can do that.
Was he with anyone or was he by himself?
By himself?
All right.
Oh shit, the wife's gonna kill me.
Yeah, you didn't know. It's a legitimate reason.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'll definitely send you a... Wait. Sorry, I forgot to do it. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Sure.
Because Lucy and Jack already came in.
24.
24. You can tell I'm more of a roleplay and story DM and not a mechanics DM. Nothing wrong with that, but
The only thing that matters is that we're all having fun.
Yeah. or crying, one of the two.
I mean, sometimes.
Column A, column B.
He gives a nod and puts the paper bird into like this little desk. It's like, I will definitely let you know, Mr. Alexander. Shit, may I know why he's being bounty hunted?
Looks around. If anyone else is in there, leans in. 3 women, 2 men, and a buttload of chicken. Drags a thumb across his neck.
He's just seen like a bunch of expressions going over his face as to what this could be. Like, what the you know what? I don't want to think about it. It's fine. I don't want to know what that means.
You asked.
Yeah, I did. Anyway, please get out of my shop. Sorry, that's rude. Look, do come back now. Oh God, sorry.
It's fair. It's a lot. You have a nice day and stay safe.
Will do.
Walks out, looks over to where the cafe is.
Mhm.
There's an orc that just gives you like a little pinky wave with a teeny tiny teacup in her hand and a blink dog on her lap.
It's a cafe, you know, that they have like high tea time, so they have those little tower trays of like little snacks and tea and all that stuff, little cakes.
Is Anthony's back to Rollin? He's going as he walks across the street. He pulls his hood up, transforms back into the half-orc with another disguised self.
Well, aren't you two just full of surprises tonight?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Leans on Anthony's shoulder. Well, howdy.
Hello. He looks up. I'm a married man, and he stands up and goes into the cafe.
Lucy doubles over and nearly cries from laughing.
So, yeah, general story. I said that he is wanted in Loomberry for crimes against decency.
All right. And you think they bought it?
I can be very persuasive.
Well, that's good.
I set them
thinking,
both
by
up
the way.
With, oh, no problem. I set them up with paper birds, so I'll be alerted if he comes back.
Good. Well, what next? Stay here and wait, or explore more?
The problem with exploring is if he does come back within...
We miss him.
Yeah, we'll miss him. So I say we wait 1 or 2 days. If nothing turns up, then we go looking.
All right. Well, guess I get to make some new faces then.
You want this one?
No. The shopkeeper's already seen it, and I figure I can just come here to this cafe and sit here, change out my faces every now and then, come back in as a new patron.
Fair. Oh, this only lasts for an hour anyway.
Peanut did wonderfully. And Lucy will tell the story of Peanut distracting the shop owner by going and making a mess, and then blinking outside and following her directions quite well.
Good boy, Peanut.
Can you repeat that for me?
Oh, he just says good boy, Peanut, and...
No, what Lucy just said.
Oh, Lucy's telling the story of what Peanut did in regards to
Okay.
their operation.
Sorry, I was reading up on a item.
It's okay. And Lucy's just sitting there with Peanut, and when he hears his name, he starts looking at each face at the table, and the whole back end just starts shaking and wiggling.
Mm-hmm.
Very happy boy.
Anthony returns with a latte and sits down. The glass blower is very hot.
Really?
I must miss them when I left.
Looks to Mishka.
Oh yeah, no, they were very hot, let me tell you. Very muscular.
Really?
Well-defined
Oh, yeah.
features.
Had this one definitely had their eye on them.
Tell me, were they more or less attractive than Bracken?
Who's Bracken?
A friend
Mm-hmm.
who helped me during a difficult time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I was going. They are a friend.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. You sips of latte.
So how much are you gonna pay me not to tell Fanor about all this?
Fanor was going to know tonight when I called him.
Oh, that's no fun.
He and I are very open about our relationship.
He's no fun. Lucy just pouts and looks at Jack.
I'm sure you'll find something else fun to do. Pats your shoulder. What's everyone's passive?
24.
20.
Perception, investigation, or insight?
Perception.
11.
Okay. You sit around your tea talking about muscular orcs and half orcs, because why wouldn't you? Mishka lets everyone know that let me check something. It's no better. What was I saying? How Anthony was definitely staring when Rawling came in as Alexander, and when this Raksha woman who was very, very attractive came in. I swear to God, his eyes were pinned to her back the entire time she was walking away from that table.
I can indulge in healthy flirtation now and then.
I mean, I don't think staring is considered flirting.
I've seen him try to flirt. That's about as good as it gets.
I flirted with the barmaid last night.
He was flirting with the barmaid last night.
Did you really?
I did.
Well, maybe I am rubbing off on you.
Flirted with some guy too. I don't know who he was.
Don't tell your husband. Or do if you guys are into that. I can't say anything.
He and I are very comfortable in our relationship. He's the one who I married, so I made sure that Dr. Shutt was very well aware of that fact.
Okay.
Nice man.
Okay. Are you like concerned about your husband cheating or Dr. Struck coming in and trying to like take his gaze away?
I think he's more like a wolf marking his territory.
That's a weird analogy, but I'll take it.
I didn't know you were into that type of stuff.
The courts really turned me on.
I didn't need to know that.
Neither did I.
You need to work on the lies. You hate being a court.
I do.
Well, so as you guys are having your tea, let's say, Lucy, you feel someone bump into your chair accidentally, and they give a quick sorry and a smile as they're leaving the cafe as well. It's a young woman, simple dress. She has brown curly hair, almond shaped eyes, freckles, dark eyes, very full soft lips as she smiles and gives you a apologetic nod of her head. You didn't know any better.
I was about to say, do I need to roll a history check here?
No. If you didn't know any better, you think this was Annie.
Lucy just freezes as she walks away. I've got to go.
Okay.
Where?
Starts walking. Her hood's gonna go up and she's gonna follow this woman.
Okay. You follow her. Make a stealth check.
16. Thanks, advantage for not being that great.
Okay, well, she got 15, so
Oh, one off.
yeah. You see her kind of packing some to-go pastries from the cafe into her bag, taking out like a wrapped hard candy, just pop it into her mouth as she's just walking normally into the main street. Let's take today's scene. She says hello to a few people, seems she's a local, and then walks into a flower shop. Where she says hello to the person working there. She leaves from the back and then comes back in with an apron that has the name of the flower shop that's just called Flowering Vines. And she gets to work.
Lucy's gonna pass behind a cart on this walk somewhere and switch her face.
Mm-hmm.
To... She'll pick the elf, her elven face, a male elf with vitiligo and long blue hair pulled back in a braid, a little bit taller than Lucy is.
Okay.
And walk into the shop.
Okay. You walk into the shop. All these shops have little bells, apparently. And you hear a very slight tinkling of the bell. This woman and the other person that was there, a young male, sandy blonde hair. They seem to be talking about him getting off his shift and her going into hers. But as you walk in and the sound of the bell echoes in the shop, she kind of shoos the man to the back to get his stuff, but turns to you with a bright smile and says, "Hi, welcome to Flowering Vines. How can I help you?"
Hi, sorry. I'm looking for some flowers.
Well, you came to the right shop. It's a flower shop. Anything specific?
Did Annie have a favorite flower?
I don't know. That's up to you.
I'll let you make that decision because we never established it in the backstory.
I think I would say she liked forget-me-nots.
Do you have any forget-me-nots?
I do. Are you looking for just a bouquet of them?
Yes, they're a favorite of a friend of mine.
Oh, they're quite beautiful. Just one bouquet, small, large. Any decoration on it?
A ribbon. I'll let you choose the color.
All right. She gives you a bright smile, and it's strange because it kind of gives you a flashback. You see her face in that bright smile, and the scenery changes for just a second. Her hair is a little bit wild and tied back. There's a few fresh scratches on her face, but she gives you that smile that she did whenever you kind of got away with anything.
So, been running the shop long. I'm new to the area. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine. For a while, I've worked here for a little bit, yeah.
Like the area.
It's nice. The people are nice. It's pretty quiet for a big town, which I liked.
That's good. Have you worked in other large towns?
Not really. I kind of came here a few years ago.
A few years.
Yeah.
Huh.
I'm sorry, what's your name?
Sebastian. And yours?
Mine? Sasha.
Sasha. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. She'll go, let me get that bouquet for you. And she kind of goes to the shop, grabs the flowers, but comes back to the desk where she's preparing them for you. Are these for someone special?
Something like that.
Alright. Do you know flower language? It's quite nice. I mean, forget-me-nots are pretty straightforward.
I suppose so.
Everything okay?
Fine, sorry, just traveling a lot, little absent-minded. Can you recommend any places to stay around here? I haven't arranged lodging yet.
Oh, sure. Are you looking for anything specific?
A rental? Maybe something permanent?
Okay. There's a few good apartments down towards the west side of town. It's more residential area. Nothing too expensive, but pretty nice.
Right. I'll take a look that way. Are there any landlords that you'd recommend I stay away from or work with?
Oh, well, I kind of just have the one place that I stuck to. My landlord's pretty nice. I do live by that area. She owns a few buildings there.
Oh. I prefer someone's recommendation over just a hit or miss shot. Would you mind introducing me to them later? I have some business to go take care of, but I can come back tonight.
Sure. Shop closes at around 6 if you want to come by then.
I'll be here.
Okay. It was nice to meet you, Sebastian. Here you go.
It was nice.
She kind of gives you a very lovely arranged bouquet of forget-me-nots.
It was nice meeting you too.
Of course.
Lucy will give her another glance and head out.
Yeah.
And go around the corner of the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Sending to the other two. I think Annie's alive.
And that's where we'll leave off. Well, thank you everyone for stopping by. We will be back. Are we taking a break next week, was it? I thought there was a break. Anyway, we'll be back next week with another episode of Nexus Adventures. We'll see what happens then. Seems this town is full of mysteries, bounty hunters, and old flames. But we're going to do a quick little outro. Hi, everyone. My name is Satan, or Alyssa Vamp on the internet. I do lots of things, but you can find that information down below. Right now, I'm going to talk about a few things, like charity, because this is a charity channel. The charities I support are StopAPIHate.org. They work directly with the Asian American and Pacific Islander community to help in these times where we've seen a rise of Asian hate crimes due to COVID because people. But if you stop by their website, you'll be able to get more informed on who they are and what they do, as well. With that link in chat, thanks to our lovely producer who's made it easy for anyone to just go and check these charities out with just a click. There's also a link to an anti-Asian violence resource card where you can stay up to date with the news, see what charities that have been vetted you can donate to, how to be a better ally, what to do if you see this happening in front of you, and many other things. But that is my charity of choice and some information for you guys. We'll go back around at the same order that we started in. So RJ, who are you and what charity are you supporting?
Hey everybody, it's me, RJ, and today I'm supporting Unicorn Riot. Unicorn Riot is a decentralized, nonprofit media collective that reports on far-right organizations and sources of racial and economic injustices in the U.S. In times like these, we need to stay informed, and the media likes to filter things, so get your media unfiltered.
Next, Jen.
I am Jen, and I champion the Alzheimer's Society in the UK. They provide online resources for those who are experiencing Alzheimer's and dementia, online counseling resources, and they are a nonprofit organization searching for the cure for Alzheimer's and dementia.
Last but not least, a lovely producer, Sarah.
Producer and emotionally distressed Sarah. How dare you bring my dead girlfriend back from the dead? Hey everybody, I'm Sarah. My charity of choice, as many of you all know that have watched for a while, is the trevorproject.org. They provide crisis and counseling support to the LGBTQIA plus youth community with counseling tools and suicide prevention tools. Thank you everyone for coming and being a part of the show today. Thank you raiders. Welcome everybody who raided and followed today. We had 2 raids and a whole bunch of follows. I am so excited to get to know you all in chat and talk to you more. For those of you who would like to, our socials are also linked in the chat, as well as on the screen down below our names, our little window boxes here. And also the link to the Hype Goblin Discord server is available there, where you can chat about us in the game dedicated thread, or just, pop into general chat, say hi to everybody, and vibe a little bit. We are a LGBTQIA plus community, very inclusive, very friendly, and we like to say good morning every day to each other. It's very, y'all are cute and wholesome, and I enjoy everybody so much. And with that, we are going to go ahead and go, because I am ready for some actual breakfast. So do not forget your tasks for the day. If you've forgotten your meds, this is your gentle reminder that that is okay. Go ahead and take them now. If you haven't had any water yet today, drink a glass of water. Hydration is important. If you need to eat a snack, make sure it's a healthy one, because a healthy snack keeps you going throughout the day and it makes you feel good. And last but not least, if there's someone in the world who is important to you that you have not recently told is important to you, or you have never told is important to you, reach out to that person and tell them now, because it is very important that we tell the people that we care about them and they are important to us. And it is never too soon to do that. And with that, we're going to go ahead and wave and see y'all next time. Bye. Bye.